You know we're straight out on that pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country, yes sir. You know we're straight out on that long week, working now. Everybody wanna puddle up nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight.
I wanna live like it's Mardi Gras and go dumb with my whole squad and don't need the R&R to regular life. I say au revoir. Hey, living life in the fast lane.
Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. For the first time with Johnson. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The cornerback, Sean Smith, comes up to make the tackle. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Elway. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Mike Daniels makes the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, two guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. On third down, Elway. He's got time in the pocket. Flush to his right. And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get low rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Dumping it off for Johnson. Give him 7 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Johnson on the counter, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. On second down, Elway. He's got his target, the tight end Newsome. That catch good for 5. It's third down. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Off the play fake, Elway. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him, that leads to an incompletion as we just...
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They're going on fourth. It's Elway. Finds his target. It's Gates. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Do you get the sense, Brandon, that people are trying to retire Antonio Gates? They keep thinking this is almost the end of the line. And then he keeps...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Herman Moore from 4 yards out. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
All right, we're talking new football here. We're talking new models, new paradigms, new ways of looking at things. They score, line up for the PAT, fake it, and go up 8-0. I'm kind of at a loss here because if I'm going to go for 2, I'm going to ask him to put the ball in the 2-yard line and bring my offense out.
Exactly. Opening drive of the game, faking it is bold enough from the 15. That's quite another thing.
I know a lot of people fall back on analytics, but still, I think that person would tell you, put your offense in and go from the 2, not from the 15.
Still got it, though.
Yes, they did. Give them credit.
Now Newton on first down. And Jones has it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Brendan Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's OKC football here to begin quarter number 2. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. Now it's Newton. That's caught by his tight end, Shockey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it, trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And that is incomplete. The tight end, Jeremy Shockey, the intended receiver. And it's 4th down.
Well, that was pretty nice to watch if you like a defense's perspective, because they understood where the first down line was as much as the offensive guys did. Did not give up any more ground, and when the ball was thrown, reacted really well and swatted it away. One of the advantages of zone defense, you never take your eyes off the quarterback, and when he reacts, you do exactly the same and go get the ball.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence. Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Escaping the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And now it's third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He's got time. Open man, it's Jeremy Shockey. The good pick up there of 20 yards.
On a rope, he can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
Newton on first down. And he's got Shockey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Again, Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it. 5
yards on the screen, but that'll take us to fourth down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. On fourth down, Newton. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, first and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get them in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game? The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They fake the give. Newton. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. This is a 26-yard attempt. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just
Ha
their
ha ha,
first, so
George
they'll have 2
Jefferson's
remaining
deluxe
here
apartment in the
before we
sky
get
was
to
denied the
halftime.
application.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They snap it to Newton. And this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this Browns defense stands tall. And the Browns getting set to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Your tampons fell out.
Field position here for the offense. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Elway. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And quickly, they get to the line. On 1st and 10, Newton. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Cleveland eats Asian rice turds.
As the first half is winding down. And his guys now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than
right?
down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They begin the drive with Johnson.
Browns are the color of their bananas.
Here back at the 21-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. They come out here in the eye. Elway to throw on 2nd. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here.
Cleveland eats their own babies.
And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now it's Elway, eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signal
Like a Cleveland to file 3rd strike 2-3 years to go. Fag.
Faster than a hairpin trigger. Don't you say it. Don't you say it. One breath, it'll just break it. So shut your mouth and run me like a river. Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Holy hands, pull and make me a sinner. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Choke this love till the veins start to shiver. One last breath till the tears start to wither. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river.
Matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. On the return, the old reliable Devin. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team.
New York more like New York.
Make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Rivers to throw it. And this will be
Greedy Juice.
in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. DeAndre Hopkins from 4 yards out. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to atone for
You're gonna lose, Dutch.
mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's Newton now on second down. This is Bell on the dump off. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses. and how complicated that is? Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Dante Hightower on the stop. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Out to the right here to Wilson. Touchdown! Russell Wilson, 34 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Fielded about a yard deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And New York set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now a second down throw for Rivers. Paul bringing it in. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Rivers from the gun on third down. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and boy, he's been good. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. Rivers again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Niles Paul, the intended target, and it's third and short.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
And maybe expecting a throw. Throwing, Rivers. He hits Baldwin right side. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. Rivers on first down. He's got a man wide open. It's Herman Moore. Give him 20.
The next thing you're looking for, the ability to break a tackle and gain additional yardage. That's what we just saw.
From the red zone now, Rivers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Michael Bannon in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Rivers now on second down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. So here's 3rd and 20, and with a long yardage, defense going with a nickel look. Now Rivers. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. On second down, here's Newton.
Come on.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's
Time it
down.
right.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now fourth down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now on fourth down, the 2014 NFL leader is a rookie in yards per punt. Tress Way on to kick it. Back deep is Devin Hester.
Punt.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out now come the Jets. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah,
fair catch, hey ha 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 ha.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second
Juice
down.
loose.
From the gun, Rivers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Well, they tried to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Rivers now, and that is incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
So on 4th down, here's the veteran left-footed punter Donnie Jones to kick it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Here's Newton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. 20, 10, touchdown. A.J. Green, 68 yards. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch,
No.
and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And his kick is good. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Timing.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And New York set to take the field. And on the last go around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 30 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a New York first down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Rivers, and throw right side complete to Parker. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said,
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. First down, Rivers. Hall bringing it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a flinch set of downs.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Set, lock 15!
Piscataway AUR 832437744.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Looking to speed.
You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll throw again. Rivers. That's caught at the 2. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now whistles
7-6-5-4-7-3-6-5-7-4-5-8-7-6-4-3-8-7-6-4-5-8-7-6-3-2-7-4-6-3-8-7-5-4-2-8-7-4-3-6-4-8-7-3-6-3-4-7.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He's going to float. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation.
0923849084895674987652308657230867. 6548729879804897392.
With some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Cruz has it over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
659980968509860986508.
Got the line engaged because now
Penis.
they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him. And he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And big problems getting the play out, obviously. This will be a delay. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. A shotgun snap for Newton. Being chased out left. That's caught by his tight end, Shockey. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Newton on first down. Flushed out right. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So an instance there.
6'6" double
Cam. We
farts.
know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
Dildo.
And
Dildo.
down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Dildo.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good
Dildo.
way to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's the option going right. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. To throw on second down
Dildo.
is Newton. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Dante Hightower from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. 3rd and long. It's Newton. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So the scoring drive encompasses
Vibrator.
9 plays, but the net
Field
gain,
goal.
3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40. There's
Yay.
the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. Rivers now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now back out comes the offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just
Yay.
settle for...
Now that'll be
Tommy.
intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used
New
to tell us
York
before every
sucks.
game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. But their hope
B.
is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
They come up in an offset eye. And on the
New
outside,
York
they're
sucks.
playing press coverage. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Rivers looking for the out route, and he's got more. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Rivers. And Paul has it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him 16 yards on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Rivers to throw it. And that is caught. Herman Moore. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So another catch for Herman Moore, and back in his day, he was a volume receiver. He still is, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. What do you have, over 100 catches 3 different times in the league? That's pretty impressive.
Still holds the franchise mark with 123 catches way back in 95. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The
2
drag and being able to run
minutes.
away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than so. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell taking it in for 2 yards out. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. Now this offense ready to take over again. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Completion to Jones. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now Newton on first down. Surveying the field. And he's got Shockey. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of Central Casting, frankly.
Absolutely. He's got the size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And to the left side here, Wilson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically
Burn
marching the
time.
ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Green with a catch left side. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets.
Kill time.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Come on now. On the ball, on the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
oftentimes when you're not winning it.
Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
New York set to take the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Here's Rivers. And he fends him off. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Hail Mary.
One receiver left, three to the right. Now fall time. If the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match team, throws a pick six, or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score. The game is over at that point.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. And here now the offense heading back out there. They set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. Patrick DeMarco, the fullback, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Throw to the black guy, he is taller.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The reception good for 7. It's third down. You know, you and I talk a lot about the incredible receivers in the NFL. Catches like that, they validate our point.
Each and every time. That's why teams are looking for defensive backs to get bigger and faster to try and combat these guys catching the football.
Play clock winding down. Newton now to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, Newton. Oh, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They've got some decisions to make now. In field goal range already. How do you play this out?
You check with your kicker to make sure the spot that he told you that he wants it is still the same as the game has gone on, because sometimes the kickers have to make adjustments. They may all of a sudden become more confident about their range and their spot. They may become less confident about it. Where do you want it, and what is the range that we need to get into for you to kick the one through the post for us to win it?
So this game possibly could end on the foot of the kicker here in overtime. So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. This is Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they kept...
Ladies and gentlemen, we got the Knox in the house, right? And I go by the name of Wyclef. I bought the band. And we need all the ladies to report on the dance floor.
Wow, what a bitch win.
No fighting and no...
I've been knocking when I met you, shorty had the long extension. Told her I'm a bad man, but I only got the best intention. Tougher, not a bluffer. I want you to be my lead, don't have to take it undercover. Just on the bells are ringing, people singing, rice is throwing, flower bringing, ting-a-ling-a-ling, a honeymoon is when we going, and I take you to a place that you didn't even know exists. What's your wish? Dinner at the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
Shot us in the basement party, yeah. Turned into the greatest party, yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once, and we went up. Yeah. And my love is tripping, yeah. Now I feel my body drifting, yeah. Baby girl, she got me lifted, the mind tripping, yeah. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. 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 Jaws dropping when she walking, kind of thing that happen often more than just a little. I be shutting down the city, black the latest gears. When she where you see that sun in the air, fashion week all year, throwing money in the air. She's happy with my lady, other girls they wanna hate her. It comes with the territory, ball players wanna date her. All we got is loyalty, I'm treating you like royalty. I'ma spoil you every day of the week. Shot us in the basement party, yeah. Turned into the greatest party, yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once, then we went up, yeah. And my love was tripping. Now I feel my body drifting. My body dripping, but she got me lifted. The mind tripping. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. 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 Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Take a breath, inhale, exhale, now breathe, baby. Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Hey, inhale, exhale. Let's take a breath and breathe, baby. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. 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 Excuse her while she kisses the sky.
admit that I used to draw portraiture in a human form, doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing, moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and a muse from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth to refuse to belong. No name nuisance, who's in a bedroom, who's in a brand new cuneiform. Barely commune with the horde, got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone amp to the yap of the magpie, unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, little bit of backlight, black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get three dimensions stuffed in a two. Then it's off to a school where it's all you get to, being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a two-bedroom doing menial jobs. Plus rhyming and stealing and being a clod, distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of giving a light, I left some will to spirit away. I let my fears materialize, I let my skills deteriorate. Haunted by the thought of what I should have been, continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky, it's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings. Used to paint, hard to admit that I used to